Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kid AG on AGTV, and I'm back again with another video. This video is a little bit random, so it's like 7:30 in the morning, and I was just doing my fantasy lineup for Afcon, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know much about fantasy when it comes to Afcon. I know a lot about fantasy football, fantasy basketball, fantasy Premier League, but I really don't do videos on my channel about this content. But today, I had a sudden urge to do this for you guys for Afcon because I went over all of the YouTube. I went through all of the internet. I went everywhere and I could not find anything that talks about Afcon and talks about fantasy in relation to Afcon. So if you guys aren't already aware, Afcon is going to be beginning in a couple days. Yes, in about 7 days. No, in about 5 days time, you're gonna have the African Cup of Nations starting. Yes, the African Cup of Nations. This great competition will be beginning on the 9th of January at 4 p.m. UK time. I don't know exactly what time it is in Cameroon, but Cameroon will be hosting the African Cup of Nations. Yes, the African Cup of Nations this year will be hosted by Cameroon. Cameroon will be hosting it, and they have a plethora of teams in this competition. As you guys can see, in Group A, you have Cameroon, you have Burkina, you have Ethiopia, you have Cape Verde, Group B, you have Senegal, Zimbabwe, Guinea, Malawi. Group C, you have Morocco, Ghana, Comoros, Gabon. In Group D, you have Nigeria, Egypt, Sudan, Guinea. And then in Group E, you have Algeria, Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guyana. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with names. Group E, you have Cote d'Ivoire. Group F, you have Tunisia, Mali, Martinis, and then Gabon. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. My apologies, guys. As you guys can tell, I don't tend to do fantasy content or just speak about African Cup of Nations. This is going to be the first time I'm going to watch African Cup of Nations in depth. I did watch it last time when Algeria won, but I was kind of watching it as like a bystander. I'm going to try to get really involved and watch this one really, really closely this time. But this video is about fantasy. Are you bored about fantasy? Are you bored of Premier League fantasy? Are you bored of fantasy in general and you want to try something new? So this might be what you might want to try out. Yes, it's very different. It's very different because it is African Cup of Nations, and a lot of people don't really get too involved in the African Cup of Nations. But this might give you another way to get involved in the African Cup of Nations. This might be another way for you to get involved and entrenched into the African Cup of Nations, right? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our fantasy team. I'm going to be making my fantasy team, and as I'm doing it, I'm going to be going through some of the players and some of the teams that I want to talk about. Shout out to you. Big up to you. Big up, oh my guy. Check out your fantasy. Yeah, definitely. If you guys really enjoy this video, I might do more of them. But yeah, let me just go straight into it and look at what team that I want to make, right? So here is the fantasy app, and just so you guys know, game week 1, you guys get 100 million euros. You have to make a full team, and just like regular fantasy, you gotta pick. You gotta pick from the players. You got a small budget, and you gotta pick from. And you can only have 3 players per team, right? So you can have 3 players per team. Also, the way the point system works is pretty straightforward. The way the point system works. Is you get 1 point per clearance, block, interception. 1 point every 4 duels won. 1 point for every 2 key passes. 1 point for every 2 shots, plus your points for goals, assists, clean sheets, the regular. So not too much different from regular fantasy, right? So yeah, let's get this on the big screen, and let's do this, okay? So how are we gonna make this team? Before we make this team, let's look at which groups we think are going to be the better groups to get players from. So looking at this right now, I think Cameroon have a decent group. I think Tunisia has a decent group. Algeria, that might be a harder group for Algeria. Egypt and Nigeria also have a little bit of a harder group because they play each other. So yeah, so I'm gonna be targeting players from Cameroon. So just off the bat, I know that I'm gonna be getting players from Cameroon. So I'm gonna go for Mendy in goalkeeper. That's who I'm gonna go for my goalkeeper. So let me get myself goalkeeper. I'm gonna get myself Edison Mendy. Yep, he's one of the most expensive players. I'm gonna go for midfielder. I'm gonna go for. Should I go for Mane? Because I know I want someone from. He's from Senegal, but I need someone from Cameroon. 1 second, let me get some Cameroon players. Cameroon midfielders. Who am I looking at? You know what? Take out Edison. I think Onana's starting for Cameroon, right? So I might make him my goalkeeper. And then who's Cameroon's defenders? 1 second. Cameroon's defenders. I don't know too many of their defenders too well. So I'm going to stay away from that. I might go to the midfield instead. You know what? Go to forwards, see if I recognize any of their forwards. Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to keep it as Onana because I think Onana might do well. And then my second goalkeeper, I'm going to go for a cheap goalkeeper. Let me just go to all teams, go down. Let me find a cheap goalkeeper that might be playing still. You know what? I'm just going to wait. Let's get back to this. How you guys doing this morning? Big up Matt in the house saying Augustine from Cameroon. Is he? What position does he play? Let's find out. So I'm gonna go to Cameroon national team, see what players they have. Chuba Akpon. How did I forget about Chuba Akpon? Yo, I'm going straight for Akpon. No, isn't it Chuba Moteng? Doesn't he play for Cameroon? Yep. He's straight in my team. So there you go. I've picked from that country, and this is how I'm kind of doing my team. So I know Algeria really has a good team. So I'm gonna go to Algeria's team and get another forward from Algeria. And then everyone's talking about Sebastian Haller being must have for this year's fantasy. So I know he plays for Cote d'Ivoire. So I'm gonna go with Sebastian Haller to lead my line. So I'm gonna go with the front three of those guys. Obviously, Mo Salah has to be in your team, guys. Mo Salah is essential for all fantasy, uh, be it with Premier League fantasy or Afcon. I would say Mo Salah is essential. What the hell just happened? Player. Oh, wrong position. I'm looking for a midfield. Salah. Going to the next midfield position. I'm gonna go back to Cote d'Ivoire, and I'm gonna get Zaha. You know what? Zaha costs too much money. I'm gonna go for Max Cornet. I think Max Cornet could do the business for Ivory Coast, and the fact that Pepe is also there. I'm tempted to go for Pepe, but I just don't know about Pepe. Defenders, there's one defender I definitely know that I want. I'm gonna go straight to Morocco. I want Hakimi in my team ASAP. Where's Hakimi? Get Hakimi in there. Get me Hakimi. Hakimi's going straight in my team. Also, while I'm talking about defenders, I might go to Senegal and grab myself a defender. Grab Koulibaly. No, you know what? Koulibaly is too expensive. I might get, Kuna. Yeah, definitely gonna get him. And since Mane is too expensive for me in the midfield, I might get it myself a Ismail Assar. Keep trying to balance out my team a little bit right there. That works for me. Right there. What else we gonna do here? Um, hmm. Hmm. I got a lot of places and I don't have too much money left, so I'm gonna have to start putting in fill-ins. I'm gonna have to start putting in fill-ins, cheap options that are gonna just fill squad spots for me in the meanwhile, and just make it a little bit easier. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna need to think for a second. Just give me a second, guys. Oh shit! Doesn't Willy Bolly play for African Cup, African team? Yeah, he does. Okay, so that is Ivory Coast sorted. I don't have too much money left, and I have to. Okay, so 20. I could make a stretch. I could make a stretch. I could make a stretch. First things first. I need to get a second goal. I need to get a second goalkeeper. So I'm just gonna go to goalkeepers. I'm gonna look for a goalkeeper who plays that is cheap. Who's a cheap goalkeeper that plays? Let me find out. Who's a cheap goalkeeper who plays? Could go with Malawi's goalkeeper. I'm just thinking, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Wilfred Ndidi in the midfield. You know what? That's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout. But the thing is, Ndidi is going to cost a lot of money. Ndidi is going to cost a lot of money. And the thing is, I don't have any Nigerians in this team. You're right. I should get some Nigerians in this team. Let's see what I can do. Nigerian goalkeeper. Nigerian goalkeeper is going to cost me too much money. Nigerian defender. Too much money. Midfielder. Chukwueze costs so much money. Wow. It will be. Indeed, is cheap. Yeah, Indeed. Indeed, is 5 million. Bring a little bit of Ndidi in the house. Let's see how much is Iheanacho. Iheanacho is 11. If I downgrade Sebastian Haller for Iheanacho, is it a good idea? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh. I need a cheap goalkeeper. I need to figure out who I could bring in as a cheap goalkeeper option. Let's see. Before I go any further, let's just see before I go any further who I could bring in. Okay, because I'm thinking essentials are the Mo Salahs in these world and stuff like that. But who is my other goalkeeper that I could bring in? Let's see. I'm gonna check. Oh, get up there. Tunisia's goalkeeper could be a good one. So I'll go with Tunisia's goalkeeper. I still got 10, and I got to fill 3 spots. So that means I'm gonna have to downgrade one of my guys. She. I definitely did not want to downgrade one of my spots, but yeah. Let's just fill out some of these. Players. Let's just fill out some of these players right here. So you have Nini. Let's see how cheap El Nini is. Nah, El Nini's gonna be mad cheap. What's going on here? I was picking my team. Why you guys messing it up? Okay, don't mess up my team. Don't mess up my thing. Let's just take out Salah and let's take out Sebastian Haller quickly. And let's try to see if we can downgrade slightly to bring in some good players. Oh man, it's really tough. It's really tough because when it comes down to it, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know these players as much as I know the Premier League. So I can't really give too much advice on who to pick, when to pick them. But I think Mars is a better shout. Mars is a better shout. Chukwueze, my guy saying. Chukwueze is also a shout. Definitely hear that. Nigeria goalkeeper is cheap. Let's go for the Nigeria goalkeeper. What's the Nigeria goalkeeper? Let's see what the Nigeria goalkeeper situation is like. Nigeria goalkeeper. No, the Nigeria goalkeeper is the same as the Tunisian. Um, let's fill out the defense. Let's just fill out the defense, and then we'll come back to the rest of the stuff. So let's go back to seeing who is in what group, just to make it easier. Cameroon is gonna have an easy time. Tunisia. Okay. So with that being said, I still want to get Mo Salah in. That's the thing. I still want to bring Mo Salah in, but it's just not easy to bring in all of them. You know what? IU definitely seems like he could be firing for Ghana. IU is definitely somebody I want to consider. Oh, Morocco's a heavy hitter right there. You know what? I could even go without any Mo Salah. I could go without Salah. I could go without Ismail Assar. Um, it's a sticky one. It's a sticky one still. Okay, Iheanacho, um, Bamiyang. Bamiyang is not going to get as much opportunities to score. Let's be honest. Igalo, Igalo's always does well in these tournaments. Senegal's frontmen also do well. Who's in Cote d'Ivoire's group? They got a tough group, you know. Cote d'Ivoire got a tough group. Cameroon have a lot easier of a group. Let's see. Who is the highest goal scorer for the African Cup of Nations qualifiers? Who is the highest scorer for the African Cup of Nations qualifiers? Let's find out. African Cup of Nations qualifiers. I got this up right now. Let's see. African Cup of Nations qualifier stats. So I'm looking at the stats right now for the African Cup of Nations qualifiers, just to see like who scored the most goals. It looks like Egypt scored a lot of goals. Egypt did well. Algeria scored 19 goals. Tunisia scored 14 goals. Wow. Okay. Oh, Victor Osimhen has 5 goals. Patson Daka had the best goal per game ratio. Crazy. Who kept the most clean sheets? Okay, so you guys can't see what I'm showing you right now, but let me show you what I'm showing. Let me try to show you what I'm looking at. So this is the African Cup of Nations statistics, right? So these are some of the preliminary rounds. These are the main rounds. So as you can see here, you had Mali, who scored 10 goals. You have Ghana, who scored 9 goals in their preliminaries. Gabon only scored 8 goals, honestly. Morocco did really well, so I'm definitely going to want some Morocco players. Cameroon did well. Yeah, I got to go with Salah. Like, did you just see that? 10 goals. Come on. Salah is an essential. Like, I can't go without Mo Salah. Also, Algeria. Look at that from Algeria. Definitely want to go with Mahrez also, even if it means I put a hole in the rest of my team. Senegal, only 10 goals, from Senegal. Tunisia scored a lot of goals. I need to figure out who's scoring those goals for Tunisia. Definitely need to figure out who's scoring those goals for Tunisia, because whoever that is, they need to come into my team ASAP, because Tunisia scored a lot of goals in those qualifiers. It could be because they faced lesser competition. It could be because of that, but at the end of the day, if Tunisia are getting those kind of digits, I need to at least look at their players. Ivory Coast, Ethiopia actually got a lot of goals in the qualifiers. Nigeria, I definitely need to consider Iheanacho. Iheanachos definitely need to be considered. But yeah, if it's between Cote d'Ivoire, you know what? I might go with Iheanacho up front instead of Haller, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna have Haller, But if I go with, or I could go with Chukwueze. I could go with Chukwueze, but I'll just go with Iheanacho. I think Iheanacho's doing really well. He could definitely do really well for me. So yeah, let's look at this now. So Victor Osimhen, is Victor Osimhen gonna be going to? Is Osimhen gonna be playing in the African Cup of Nations? Let's see. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, so statistically, the leading goal scorers. Who is this? He had 4 goals. Patson Daka for Zambia. Is Zambia in the competition? Zimbabwe is in it, but Zambia is not in it. Interesting. Big up Egal. Mo Salah drew against Kenya, and he was barely on the ball. Egal, uh, do you think are the favorites? You know what? This is a competition that you can't predict the favorites. It's one of the closest competitions in Premier League history. I mean, in any competition out of African Cup of Nations is probably the toughest to predict. From all the competitions, is probably the toughest to predict. Salah did not even play some games. You know what? That's the reason why I'm saying Salah might do amazing. I don't know. You guys let me know. But yeah, let's see. Who should I pick? I think I'm gonna go for Tunisia. I'm gonna see who their main gunmen are. Who's their main gunman? Their penalty taker is this guy. He's a forward. I'm gonna take their penalty taker. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so guys, let me show you what my team looks like right now. My team is a mess. My team is an absolute mess. This is what the team looks like right now. This is what I have done so far. So far, I've gotten Tunisia's penalty taker. I have Algeria's penalty taker. I have Mo Salah, who's obviously Egypt's penalty taker, right? So I'm banking on there's a lot of penalties in this tournament. That's definitely one thing that I'm hoping that happens, because the more penalties, the more likelihood that I'm gonna get some of those guys fit and firing. I'm also gonna go for who's Cameroon's penalty taker, Abu Bakr. It looks like Abu Bakr is their penalty taker during the qualifiers, but surely it's going to change once the thing starts. You know what? Chuba Akpan is nailed. Chuba Akpan's nailed. Salah, Mahrez, these guys are nails. I'm not sure about Cornet and Thing. The defenders, so far, I'm pretty locked in with those defenders. Onana maybe could change, but that I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. Let's just check Senegal with Mendy, how he was doing. He kept a clean sheet versus Congo. They conceded against. They concede a lot of goals. Let's see Cameroon. If Cameroon concede a lot of goals, no, doesn't seem like Cameroon concede that many goals. And who's in the lineup for Cameroon all the way? Onana has been out of the team though, surprisingly. Was he playing in the last game? Yeah, Onana started. Yeah, so Onana's gonna start for them. Oh, Serge Aurier. Yo, I forgot about Aurier. You know what? Serge Aurier's got to be in my team. When it comes to fantasy, he always produces statistics. Aurier is another guy that's got to be in there. What the hell? Why does it keep doing that? Sorry, guys. It completely messed it up. Okay, so Aurier's in. Onana. So I'm hoping for clean sheets, obviously. Let's just see what I can fill in for the last spots. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know what goalkeeper to go with for the other spots. So I'm just gonna go with like cheap goalkeeper from like a random country that I feel like is going to be in a good position to get clean sheets. So let's see. Ethiopia. You know, I'm just gonna go with Tunisia's goalkeeper just to be safe because Tunisia has a good defense and they score a lot of goals. So I'm gonna go with Tunisia's goalkeeper. Tunisia starting goalkeeper. That is my second keeper. So I have Onana and Tunisia's goalkeeper, Ben, and then I have 17 million, and I have to fill 5 spots. This is gonna be tough. How am I gonna make this stretch? How am I gonna make this stretch? First things first, I'm just gonna go defense. I'm gonna pick another defender from Tunisia. I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna pick him. And then next, I'm going to go in the forward position. Let me see who I can get from the forward position that I'm interested in. I like Ghana's IU. I like IU, but I also want Iheanacho. Midfield now. I need two people, and I have 4 million left. Shit, I gotta make this stretch. 4.5 budget signings now, because I need 3. Let's see if there's any 4s. No, there's no 4s. 4.5s. Most likely these guys are not going to touch the field at all. So in that case, just downgrade your goalkeeper to a goalkeeper who's not going to play. Just pick a random goalkeeper. I'm going to pick Ethiopia. The likelihood of Ethiopia's goalkeeper being a starter is I don't even know who the Ethiopian goalkeeper starter is, but I could double check it right now just to see if he's starting. But there you go. I'm gonna go with him. And of course, I think there might be a wild card in this game, but I'm gonna double check that in a second. Let's see what the next position I could do now is. Is there 4s? Oh shit, there is 4s. There's defenders that are 4s. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a 4 defender. I'm gonna have no bench at this point because I've heavily invested into the starting team. I might downgrade one of these guys to another defender just to clear up some room, just to make some room for myself. But yeah, let's go to forwards. Oh, there you go. That's a good signing right there from Cameroon. Hopefully he does well. Can't really find anybody else. Let's see, defenders. Defenders. The thing about defenders is, if you don't know these guys, you're gonna struggle. I really do want Willy Bully in the team. I have 8 million. You know what? I can't do that. I'm gonna just go midfielders, and I'm gonna make the midfield money stretch. So midfield money's gotta stretch. I gotta get 3 midfielders. I want to put in a Thomas Partey, but like, come on. Let's see what's next. I'm kind of going from guys that I know. This is at this point. It's not easy. I kind of want to downgrade now. I want to downgrade Riyad Mahrez now, but I know if I downgrade Riyad Mahrez, it's gonna screw me over in the end because Riyad Mahrez is gonna have monster games, and I'm not gonna have him on my team. I want to downgrade some of these other guys, but it's like, shit. The whole team's pretty much done. I just need a 5.5 and a thing, or should I just downgrade somebody? Let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Choupo-Moting for Cameroon, 100%. Salah, Mars, yep. Let me just finish up. Final two picks. Let me just go 4.5. I don't think this guy's even starting. I recognize his name. I'm just gonna pop some people in there, and then let me just. I need to downgrade somebody. Who to downgrade? Let's see what Egypt's defenders look like. You know what? That is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep it simple, guys. I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. Cote d'Ivoire, what's his goalkeeper? No, Cameroon. No, where's Cameroon? Cameroon's goalkeeper, Onana. Cameroon's defender. Who's a good defender on Cameroon that I should go for? No, I'll leave it out. Midfielder from Cameroon, because I think Cameroon's gonna do well. There you go. I'm gonna take out Riyad Mahrez, and instead of Riyad Mahrez, I'm gonna go Ben Rama. Yeah, Ben Rama's coming in. And that allows me 11 for 2 more spots. So now, for the forward position, I'm gonna spend 5.5. No, 6.5. It gives me a decent amount of money for the forward position, and then I'm gonna bring in somebody who's gonna be on the bench. Who's gonna be the defender? Who's gonna be the defender? I could get a really good defender for that money. Get a really good defender for that type of money. You know what? Bring in Amate from Ghana. 5.5 up front. 5.5 is not that bad. Who could I get for 5.5? Hmm. Let's see how many goals this guy gets. 23 years old. He has 1 goal for Zimbabwe. Not that good. It's never going to be easy up front. Should I focus more on just having a 3-man defense? Yeah, 3-man defense it is. I'm gonna go for a cheap defender for the last one, and I'll go for a more expensive forward. So what could I do with the forward? The most expensive forward I could go with that would actually be reasonable. If I went 7.5, let's see. No, that's not. That leaves me no money left for defenders. I need to at least go maybe 7. No, that gives me way too much money. You know, I think that's what I'm gonna do, man. That's the plan. So final spot, I'm just gonna go to Bali. .5 too much. Shit. Where do I downgrade? Can't downgrade there. Can't downgrade there. Could probably downgrade somewhere here, but it's not worth it. Yeah, let me just go to Cameroon's defense and let me see what they have. Let me see what they got in the Cameroon defense. Cameroon's defense, 5 million. Give me a 5 million defender. I got too many players from the same team. Shit, how many Cameroonians do I have? Yeah, I can't have 4 Cameroonians. You know, just give me Bali. Give me Bali, and like, I honestly can't think of anybody for that last spot. At this point, it doesn't even matter. I'll get a better understanding of who to play and what players to use in a bit. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get a 6 million, somebody who's playing, who's a forward, and I'll pop them in. If they work, they work. If they don't work, we screw. But we'll go Kamara. And yeah, that's it for now. So that's the video, guys. You already know what it is. Kitty G on EGTV. Have yourselves a wonderful day. All you need is a Senegal, Nigerian, and all you need is Senegal, Nigerian, and Cote d'Ivoire. Zaha, Pepe, Cornet. You know what? It's not easy, guys. It's not easy making a team. I've tried making a team. This is the best I could come up with right now. Instead of putting all those guys, like I could go with Cornet, I could go with Zaha and all these guys, but this is the team that I've come up with, like, and this is the team that I'm going with. I'm creating the team. I'm locking it in. I'm locking in the team as we speak. Name of the private league. I'm gonna make a private league. I'm gonna make a private league, and I'm gonna send that out right now. So yeah. So here's the private league. I've made the private league. This is the private league. This is the code, and there'll be a link to the private league in the description right now. Check it out. But yeah, this is the way to get into it, right? But yeah, I'll copy the link. I'll post that in the comment section right now as we speak. Yeah, Zaha, Pepe, Cornet. I hear all that. But of course, I could always transfer them in. It's not a big deal. But yeah, that's it for now. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Kitty G on EGTV, and I'm out, guys.